This is the Good Neighbor Podcast, the place where local businesses and neighbors come together. Here's your host, Jeremy Wolf.
Hello, everyone, and welcome back to another episode of the Good Neighbor Podcast. I am your host, Jeremy Wolf, and we have interviewed on the show, if you've been following, we typically will interview local business owners, entrepreneurs, local leaders, and we've done over 260 interviews. Today, we're going to do something different. Our guest today is Remy Powell, and Remy she actually lives right next to us in Hollywood, and she was the runner-up on a recent season of MasterChef Junior. So this is going to be very, very interesting and exciting, and I'm super excited to get into this. Remy, thanks so much for joining us today.
You're welcome. Thank you guys so much for having me. I've watched a few of your podcasts, and I think they're really cool, and I'm excited to be working with you.
Likewise, and thanks as always to our listeners for tuning in to learn more about our great community and in this case, the youth that is our future. So Remy, let's get into this. Why don't you start off by telling us a little bit about how you first got interested in cooking and what's your earliest memory related to cooking?
So I started cooking with my grandma in the kitchen when I was about 2. And I just think it was a very fun thing to do with my grandma. We would cook for our family, and we would make cakes and decorate them. And I just think that I was like a little kid learning how to make what I want, which was fun with my memories with my grandma. I have those in my mind. But I remember this one time I was so excited because she ordered something off of Amazon, and it was knives, fake plastic knives. And then I was like, oh my God!
Yes! Got some knives!
Yes! And then I used those for a week straight. Just and that was just a really fun memory.
That's awesome. Yeah. So often when it comes to cooking, it is tied to unbelievable memories with family, and there's so much love that goes into cooking. What inspired you to apply for MasterChef Junior? And how did you feel? What was your reaction when you found out you'd been selected for, it was season 9, right?
Mm-hmm. Yes, Jeremy. So I guess that, me and my grandma would just sit in bed watching all the cooking shows. And then every new season we'd be like, ooh, let's watch this one. And it was just a memory lane when I got to audition for it. They reached out to me, and it was just so cool. I was like, oh my gosh, I'm gonna be on a show.
So you're watching all sorts of cooking shows, and I'm assuming following MasterChef Junior with your grandmother, and you're saying to each other, why couldn't I be on there? And so you submitted an application to the show, and they reached out to you. And what was that interview process like? How did they end up selecting you?
So actually, I was on Instagram, and
Okay.
I made a pie or something, and they reached out to me, and they were like, oh, do you want to be on MasterChef Junior? And I was like,
okay.
I was like, sure, because I didn't know until my grandma was the first one to know, because she manages my account, and we were in New Orleans actually, and she was like, oh, hey Remy, MasterChef Junior reached out to you, but I don't think you're ready. And I'm like, MasterChef Junior reached out to me? And she's like, yeah, but I don't think you're ready because you're kind of scared of the stove. And I'm like, oh yeah, I guess you're right. And then my mom, a day later, she's like, I think Remy could do it. I think she's good at this. I think she just has to learn. And I was like, sure, yeah. And then my grandma said, okay, if we're doing this, we're doing this. So we jumped up and we started making eggs on the stove. And I just felt like I was a little chef. And I guess that opened up my mind because I don't like eggs, but like I can like make them how I want to make them. If that makes sense.
Sure. So you don't like eggs? A chef that doesn't like eggs?
I
Come
don't
on,
like
Remy.
eggs. I don't like tomatoes. I have like so many things that I don't like.
You're still young. How old are you now?
I'm 11.
11. Okay. So yeah, my daughter is 12 and she doesn't like most things. So yeah, as you get older, your palate will expand, as they say. So that's so cool. It's just let that be a lesson to anyone out there that has aspirations to do great things. You were presented with this wonderful opportunity, and there was obviously a little bit of hesitation there on the side of grandma. But obviously, when you're presented with an opportunity like this, you jump in with both feet and really get into it. And clearly you took advantage of that opportunity by getting to make it to runner up in season 9. Why don't you give our listeners a little look under the hood? I mean, everybody has seen these types of shows before. Can you describe, I guess, like what a typical day looked like on the set of MasterChef Junior?
Mm-hmm. So basically we would get there at like 7. We'd have to wake up. Like some of them varied. Like if it wasn't like a show, like a filming day, we would be there at like 9, and we would like just do cooking classes and stuff. But on like a normal day that we're filming, we'll get there. We'll start filming like the promo kind of stuff of like the episode, and then we'll go to school, and then we do the more. We do like a cooking class maybe, and then we go to lunch, and then we start filming the real thing, and then we go to school, and then we start the rest of it. So it's a long journey. It's like a 9-hour day.
And how long did it go on for at 9? Was it every day for a certain period of time, or did you do it once in a while? How often did you go?
So it was every day. It was 9-hour days, which is really like crazy for like a bunch of kids. And it was for about like a month and a half. So
wow.
It's crazy.
What were some of the most challenging dishes that you had to prepare during the competition? And how did you tackle the challenges?
So I think the hardest dish to make was the duck à l'orange. And it's because I had to, like, we didn't practice that before or anything. We had to, like, actually, like, do it with him. So that was really hard. And we didn't see that coming. But I guess it was kind of, like, I don't know. I could see really well, like, in here. So, like, I guess I was good. But, like, it was still really challenging to get the duck perfect and everything.
What's the secret to a perfectly cooked duck? You don't know yet. Okay.
I've only made it like once, so like, and I was following Gordon Ramsay, so I don't really know.
So Gordon Ramsay is one of the judges. Who are the other judges?
So there's Daphne Oz, Dr. Oz's daughter, and there's Aron Sanchez. And then Gordon Ramsay's daughter is a new judge. Her name is Tilly Ramsay.
Awesome. What was the best piece of advice that you received along this journey from the judges? And how would you say that's influenced your cooking style now? Got a lot of tough ones for you today, Remy.
In the finale, I remember Gordon Ramsay and Daphne and Tilly, I'm pretty sure, coming up to me, and they were like, "I love your girl power, Remy." And I was like, "Thank you." And they're like, "Never stop cooking." And I'm like, "Oh, thank you."
It's too funny. Now, I don't know if you're allowed to say this, but did you have a favorite judge? And what about them, I guess, resonated with you most?
I think I really liked Daphne because she's so sweet, and like she was like always like being like, "And Remy did a good job, and Remy did a good job, but what about Remy?"
So Gordon Ramsay, I know he can be seen as pretty tough on chefs. That's kind of his MO. What was it like working with him?
It was actually really, really fun because I got to like mess with him.
Mess with him? How so?
Yeah, like what we were filming this during Thanksgiving, kinda, and it was before Thanksgiving break. Gordon Ramsay was like, "Oh, who's excited for Thanksgiving?" And everybody's like, "Woo!" And then everybody started doing like a turkey impression, and then Gordon Ramsay's like, "You know what we call dirty old birds?" I just told that wrong. You know what we call turkeys in England? Dirty old birds. And I said, just like you? And everybody started laughing really hard. And then he gave me a high five and he was like, good job.
That is a good one for sure. So what was something that was fun or unexpected that happened behind the scenes that the viewers didn't get to see watching the series? I'd say there's probably a couple things. Why don't you?
So one time we were filming the Magic Castle episode, and like we're in the booth, and he goes, "This has been around longer than I've been alive," and he's like, "I was born in 1986," and we were like, "No, you're not. That's when my mom." I said, "That's when my mom was born." He goes, "Your mom looks good." And I'm like, "That's not my mom, that's my grandma," because my grandma was there the whole time with me. And he goes, "Oh, your grandma's hot."
Oh, goodness. How has your life changed since appearing on MasterChef Junior?
Well, now a bunch of people will be like, "Have I seen you before?" And I'm like, "No." And they go like, "Okay." And then like 5 seconds later, "Aren't you that girl on MasterChef Junior?" I'm like, "Yeah." Because I don't know why, but like I feel like embarrassed to say it. I don't know why. I just like don't like all the fame. Like I like all the fame, yeah, definitely. Like I'll give you an autograph. But like I don't know. In front of kids, I feel like it's kind of embarrassing. But
well, you're famous now, Remy. You got to get used to it.
Mm-hmm.
Have there been any new opportunities that have come your way since doing the show? And like what are you doing now in terms of pursuing your culinary passion?
So sorry.
You're good.
I was just thinking. I don't know why I looked like I was just like okay, sorry. I'm gonna stop with the giggles.
No, we love the giggles. We need a little bit of youth around these parts. This is fantastic. You're good.
So I also have a book coming out, like a cookbook.
Really?
Mm-hmm. It's
what's it called?
So actually, like we're going through a couple of names. Like one is the Big Easy Cook, and then the other one is the spatula drop. Like drop the spatula because spatulas are my favorite thing.
The spatula drop?
Mm-hmm. Or drop the spatula.
I like it. Okay, so tell us a little bit about the book.
So it's all about holidays. Like my family eats on holidays, let me tell you. They'll eat anything.
What's your favorite holiday?
Halloween.
Okay.
We don't have food for Halloween. Candies for Halloween.
I don't know. I think you can come up with something, no?
No, we have stuff, but like it's like our favorite thing, like candy, you know.
Okay, so the cookbook, what inspired you? What was the impetus behind, or what was the idea behind a cookbook geared towards the holidays? Was that something that again the family had some input on? What inspired you to do that specifically?
So my grandma is a publisher, I'm pretty sure, and like she's made a couple books, and I don't know. I guess she just knows her way around it because she like just thought of it, and I was like, oh yeah, sure, and like, and I don't know. It was just like it clicked because we do so much food around the holidays. And like for Christmas, there's like 10,000 things. There's one for literal every holiday. It's so cool.
When is the book supposed to be coming out?
I don't actually know because my great grandma like hasn't told us yet. Because she's like the actual publisher. She's made so many cookbooks.
She's actually not the publisher. LCIS is the publisher.
Oh, well, she's a writer.
Okay, very cool.
Not a publisher.
All good, all good. So where do you see yourself over the next few years in terms of your cooking career? Is this your passion in life? Do you want to be, when you quote unquote grow up, do you want to be a professional chef? Like, what are your aspirations?
Not actually. I actually kind of want to be a doctor because I kind of want to be a cardiologist. Is that how you say it?
Yeah.
Like the heart doctor. Yeah. I want to be because I want to just help people. Or I could just be like, what's that one that like, I kind of want to be like a food scientist. Like, there's like scientists that like come up with like new ways to like food, make it more healthy and sustainable and stuff.
I like it. Food scientist.
Yeah. But I could also cook, like.
Yeah.
Or I could get my doctorate, like my doctor's degree, and then I could go to culinary school, and then I can make a clinic that feeds people.
Love it.
Because I've always wanted to feed. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt.
No, go. You always wanted to.
The homeless, like I've done it a few times, but like it just makes me so happy.
What advice would you give to other young aspiring chefs who, I guess, watch these shows on TV and see this and they think to themselves, oh, I'd love to do that, but what do I need to do? What advice would you give to them?
Well, my saying in all of my videos and everything is I can cook, you can cook too. So if I can make it, you can make it. Never stop cooking. And I guess like, I don't know, like be yourself when you cook. Audition for whatever you want. I don't know. Hard questions you're giving me.
Oh, I'm putting you through the ringer today, Remy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, there's something about cooking. It's so special when you make something with love, with authenticity. It really shines through in the food. There's something special that comes through. So I love that. Be yourself, and let your cooking be a reflection of yourself and the love that you have inside. And you could literally experience that through the food. That's why there's such an appeal to these home cooked meals. There's such an aura to it.
Uh-huh.
What's one of your favorite recipes? Can you share with us what maybe your favorite recipe is?
Okay, so I've been making this since I was like 4. It was like my very first YouTube video. It was lemon chicken. Just lemon chicken. It wasn't like anything else. It was just me showing you how to make a chicken. And like I would see the ingredients and I would be like, see that? Salt. See that? Lemon. See that? It's like, and I was just like, I felt like so happy and like felt like, oh my gosh, this is for me. I need to do this. And yeah, I actually love lemon chicken because the secret, you put the lemon like up the chicken.
Okay.
Yeah. And then you put like a paste made out of crushed garlic and salt under the skin. And it's so good. It's so good. And then we usually have it with like corn because my grandma makes the best corn. Like it's so simple, but it's so good. And mashed potatoes or rice. But yeah.
I'm gonna have to take a page from your playbook with these cooking videos. I've made a few videos along the way, and I don't even remember if I posted them. I remember I did one. This is going back many years ago, probably 5 or 6 years ago. My kids would bring home certain lunch items from school sometimes, and I picked up my camera one day and I made a video. The video was to transform the school lunches into something better. And I did a video on that, but I never posted it. I never did anything with it. I thought it was a cool concept, and I thought I had a lot of fun doing it. But I never put it out there. Look at that. Nothing ever happens if you don't put it out there, right, Remy?
Tell them about your chef thing.
Definitely.
Do you have any cooking tips or hacks that you swear by in the kitchen?
The oven can do anything. Is like my top.
The magical oven.
Magical oven. Like, it could do so many things. It's crazy. My like a family friend learned how to like cook poach an egg in the oven, and like it's just so cool what ovens can do with all that heat. It can be a conventional is that how I say it? Yeah.
Conventional, convection.
Yeah, I could do all that things, and it could broil and stuff. Like, have you seen what it does to a pot roast? Like breaks it apart.
Yeah, you're making me hungry here. This is not right. I didn't even have breakfast yet.
Me neither.
No. How can your fans and our listeners continue to follow and support your culinary journey?
Instagram.
How can they find you on Instagram? Just Remy.
Chef Remy Powell.
Any upcoming projects or appearances for you, or was this was this a one-off, or are you going to see you on any other shows moving forward?
No. So I kind of want to, like, if the shows, I kind of want to try out for like Disney Channel in a couple of years. But I have something really exciting. It's it's
what do you got?
What is that called? Oh, the Miami Food and Wine Festival.
No, visit Fort Lauderdale Food and Wine Festival. Visit Fort Lauderdale Food and Wine Festival in January.
What are we doing at the Food and Wine Festival? You can't have it.
Sorry, it's the Florida. It's the
Fort Lauderdale Food and Wine Festival.
Fort Lauderdale Food and Wine Festival.
So what's going on at the festival? How are you going to be involved?
If my book comes out around that time, I'm going to sign books and give them to people. But I'm going to do a cooking demo. I don't know of what, but of something, and I'm going to like hand it out to people. But then the second day, I get to walk around and I get to try.
Sounds like fun. Would you know when the Fort Lauderdale Food and Wine Festival is?
January.
I'm definitely going to have to check that out, and we'll put a link in the description to your Instagram handle and some more information about the upcoming book and the Food and Wine Festival and all that good stuff. Remy, this was a lot of fun. I appreciate you coming on the show and sharing your journey.
You having me. It's really fun.
No, it's our pleasure. And thanks, as always, to our listeners for tuning in to learn more about our wonderful community and the folks that make us so special. Remy, good luck with everything you do moving forward. You purely are a ray of light, and I'm so happy to have met you. Yeah, you take care. And thanks, as always, to our listeners for tuning in. And we will catch you all next time on the next episode of the Good Neighbor Podcast. Everyone take care. Have a wonderful day and stay blessed.
Bye.
Thanks for listening to the Good Neighbor Podcast, Cooper City. To nominate your favorite local business to be featured on the show, go to gnpcoopercity.com. That's gnpcoopercity.com, or call 954-231-3170.